guys that get a lot of credit is Steve Blackman from Muscular Development. I mean, those guys have done an extraordinary job for years and years and years to promote health, to promote fitness, to promote strength, to promote bodybuilding, powerlifting, weightlifting, and all of those kind of things. So the contributions they made is gigantic, and I hail them for that.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Ronline Report. Today's guest will be on stage looking for his third Arnold Classic title. He is a two-time Arnold Classic champion. He is a Mr. Olympia runner-up. He is the conqueror, all the way from the Netherlands. Please welcome William Bonac. How are you, William?
Hey guys, hey, thank you, man. I'm doing good, bro. Thank you for having me on your show.
Yeah, man, I'm gonna start back at the last Arnold Classic, which was only six months ago. It just barely, It seemed like it just happened. We were at the show and still wondering, I got there, is William coming? Is he not coming? And I went to check out the venue, and they were testing out all the lights and everything. And they had the competitor profiles up on the screen, and yours was there. And I'm like, well, they still have him on the list and everything. And I'm hoping and hoping. I know you were trying so desperately to get to the USA in time, but man.
Yeah, not only me, even I had like help from Brian. He's from the team from Arnold, really appreciate this guy, because he did his best, what he could do, to still try to make it happen to make me come over. But unfortunately, customs wasn't having that, so I just had to sit my quarantine out. And it was just a stupid miscommunication, between the airports, different airlines, and also between me and the people where I was going to stay at. So, but, it was stressful as well, really stressful, because I still had the hope, that I could like make it, like a deadline, even like on a Friday early in the morning that I could arrive over there, even that would be good for me, so I still so a week ahead, I didn't sleep, and neither did my wife. My kids were with me. So we packed our bags, we had everything ready for waiting for the call from Brian, So when he said like, hey guys, you can come, because he told us to be ready, so we were ready every night, and then the next day passed by, nothing, and then he sent me a message, I'm still on it. And then the next morning comes, like early, I couldn't even sleep. Earlier, my phone was like in my hand like this, waiting for his message, and waiting, till because the flight that we're supposed to take is like 7 o'clock in the morning, so I was like, prepared, like, okay, let at least I hope he calls me around 4 o'clock so we can get ready, take a cab and get to the airport, but it was so stressful, my friend. So actually, when he told me like they couldn't do anything for me, I was sad, but I had the most pain I had was the first few days, and I was actually a bit happy, like, okay, at least now I know what I'm up to. You understand? So I got like the stress, the relief, the weight of my shoulders, so I could focus on the Olympia solely, so, and that's what I did,
Because you were in, they were making everyone quarantine. Did they stop doing that? Because you're in the Netherlands right now, right?
Yeah, I mean, the Netherlands now. They stopped doing that now because it came from USA side, So USA didn't want anything to have anyone from the Schengen area. The Schengen area was at that period was where the most affected people were. Right. So our area was like a code red for USA. So we weren't allowed to come straight from our country to the USA. But otherwise, you, for instance, could just could come from the USA to the Netherlands. But
awesome.
because Muscular he came to Holland as well, short time,
Wow.
So no, not Flex, Flex Wheeler, yes, Flex Wheeler, he came into Holland as well, and I was like, how did he get here, So, and then I knew like, okay, so for the USA's resident, but you have to be like a citizen. Then you can come over to Holland, but otherwise it was not possible. But now they I just got my booster because I was scared, like, let me get everything. Yeah, so I got everything that I needed to have. I have everything. I got a booster. Exactly 1 week ago, 1 week later, they announced like they see like a flu, so everything is open again. Yes, people are, living their life again. Yeah, so I don't think I would have a problem traveling this time. Plus, the last time in Abu Dhabi, because I still couldn't get to the USA after the Arnolds, because my ESTA, they made my ESTA disappear. I couldn't find my ESTA. I typed my number in. I couldn't find my ESTA.
What's an ESTA? I don't know what's an ESTA.
Oh, ESTA is a kind of a visa.
Oh, okay.
It's it's valid for 2 years, and then you can come to the US, Okay. So, I couldn't find it, and then I couldn't find my wife's one as well because we had to stay in a quarantine. So I think they blocked everything of us. And then they sent me a letter that I have to go to the embassy, because we tried a few times. We went to the airport, like after the 14 days, like, hey, now we are able to travel. And my wife could travel. They got the ESTA back. They could travel. My son could travel. My daughter could travel. And I've been to the USA like since 2014, and they, for that long. And they are like, I made the ESTA for them, you understand? They are traveling with me. So I was like, if I don't travel, they won't travel as well. So they told me I have to go to the embassy, and get a visa. I said, why? Why do you, so I was like, okay, let me do that, because I can talk the whole day. I can talk the whole day with these guys, but they won't let me in anyway. So I went to through a friend of mine, Saleh. He helped me a lot. Thank you so much, Saleh. I really appreciate you. And Danny is his fiance. These guys, my friend, man, they save us, I was like this close, of in a flight and going back to Holland.
Wow.
I was tired. I was like, man, I can't put my family through this again. Look, my kids, my son's birthday. It was like a whole mess. So this guy, he took so much stress off me. He even celebrated my son's birthday at his mom's place, surprised me. Bro, man, tears in my eyes, man. Yes, man.
Wow.
And I was like, man, I got a new brother,
Solid.
But
okay.
Well, I got a new brother.
I feel bad because it's tough enough getting ready for these shows at your level. It's already very hard. And now for the last 2 years, you've had to add on to that the stress of, I got to get this visa. I got to quarantine in Dubai or Abu Dhabi. I got to get this shot, this booster. It's added like a whole other level for you. It's I don't know how you do it.
Honestly, it's not only me, it's for all athletes living outside of the USA, and I think like we had 2 years of time, and my opinion, my honest opinion is like, I think the federation should have stood up.
Yeah. I mean,
they could have done more than we could have done, because we know we don't have the information over there. We don't have nothing. The only thing we get is the information from our government over here. But when you look on the site, the same information is different in the USA. So we were like, what to do? People running to Mexico, people running to Dubai, staying there for the
I don't know if it should be the IFBB Pro League or the promoter, but somebody should really be.
Yes,
if I want William Bonac to come from Amsterdam to Ohio for my show, or to Las Vegas for my show, or Orlando, I want to make sure he's going to be there. I want to make sure he knows exactly what documents, because it's so complicated and it changes all the time. It's like from week to week. Sometimes I think it changes.
Yes. Every week. Every week. So I had experts of mine in USA like, hey, what's the update? What's going on there? So but eventually I got my visa. Yeah. Through the friend of mine, Saleh. Eventually, I got my visa. And I made an appointment with them, but that appointment was for February 2022. That will be too. Yeah. So he fixed it for me. And I came to the embassy, and the woman there, she told me, you are very, very, very lucky. I said, yeah, I know so. Yeah, that's what she told me. Yeah, that's what she told me. So, and then, I had like a small interview. And I asked the guy, why did you guys put me through all of this? And he said to me, well, in your passport, we saw you went through some countries that we are not friends with. I'm like, what? I'm like, which country? But you had a speaker over there, like a speaker. So everybody was sitting there and they could hear him,
Yeah.
they could hear our conversation. Wow. So I was like, but what you mean? He said, like, yeah, we have some, some countries where I said, which country? He said, like, for example, North Korea, China. I said, I never been there.
North Korea? When were you in North Korea?
I never been. I even told him, man, I don't even want to go there,
Right,
so,
yeah. That's crazy.
And then he started laughing, and then like 5 minutes later, he came back, he said, yes, I got it for you, bro. Man, I went on my knees, I thanked him, I was so happy. He never saw a person like me before that. I was so happy, and it's for 10 years as well. So I won't have to deal with any situation with ESTA or that kind of stuff. It's just in my passport, my visa, and I'm good for the next 10 years, man. Yeah.
Well, we better not have COVID for the next 10 years, though. My God.
COVID is going to stay, but now I think in Europe, they treat it like a flu. So they're going to treat it like a flu now. Yeah. Okay. So like, it's going to come every winter, so every winter they're going to treat it like a sort flu. Yeah.
So I have to ask you, because that was a very stressful situation, and you're still trying to get ready for the Olympia, which is the biggest show of the year that we're talking about last fall. We know the mind and stress has a big effect on your condition. Because when I saw you at the Olympia, William, I said, he still looks very good, but I've seen him better. I know I've seen him much better. And you should not be out of the top 5 at the Mr. Olympia. No. You've been second place. You've been 3rd place at the Olympia. You've beaten Rami. You've beaten Brent. You've beaten all these guys in the past. I mean, you're that good. So do you feel like that did affect your condition for the Olympia, either the fullness or the condition?
It everything. It's just, now I understand, what people always say, like, you can't go into a show while your mind is not clear. Understand? And before I did, I'm like, what do you mean? But now I understand what they mean with that, because if you have so many things to deal with, so many things on your mind, and even though I didn't, like, I'm like, okay, now I'm good. We're now in the USA. I'm shaking things off from the Arnold. It was still messing up in my, in my head. It was still messing up. And I even, honestly, like, I even had it, with my wife. We were talking about it. I was like, how could I ever miss this show? You understand? It's like, like.
Yeah, I mean, you were the defending champion. You were hoping to come in and get 2 in a row, and it could have, I wanted to see, these other guys were very good, but I wanted to see a battle. I wanted to see William Bonac at his best versus this new kid, Nick. I wanted to see that battle, and I didn't get to see it. I saw Olympia, but that wasn't 100% William.
No, not him. We both, because I think he gave his all, probably at the Arnold as well, Nick. And I was like depleting as well, and then till I knew, like, okay, I can go, and then I started to load again, and then so it was just a messed up, man. It was so messed up, but I can't. I can only blame it on me, like the stress factor, it's a part, but it's just, we should have checked things maybe triple, 10 times before we went ahead, so.
It's all in the past. Yeah. It's all in the past. Yeah. We're looking forward now, because we got a great show coming up. So you are your 2-time champ, and the 2 times recently that you took second, it was very, very close. When Brandon beat you at the 2019, it was very, very close. Steve Weinberger, he had you guys working very hard, because it was, and I thought it was even closer with you and Dexter. No, you and Dexter, but you beat Dexter. But it's, you're always right up there. You're right on the cusp. I need to remind some of these younger viewers, because some of them just got into the sport and they don't know your history. You have, I count 8 pro wins. Is it more than 8?
Probably more.
So I have, you're at 2 8 Arnold wins. You've been at the Olympia 2nd. You've been 5th. You've been 6th. Weren't you 3rd at the Olympia one year?
Excuse me?
You were 3rd at the Olympia. You were 2nd and 3rd at the Olympia, weren't you?
2017, 3rd at Olympia. 2018, I was 4th. 2019, 2nd, and then I went backwards. And then also I won like 2-3 times the Nordic Pro.
Oh, that's right.
And that was with when they were like, still one team. I won the Russian Grand Prix as well. The Golden State Pro, which I qualified for Olympia 2014. I won the Prague Pro as well.
I think we're over 8. I think I missed one of those for sure on my count.
Yeah, yeah.
The point is, you're very, very good. I know you had an issue with your leg, but it seems to me, you know, you've been posting plenty of pictures of your legs. They look like they're back to normal. How long ago was that injury, and how bad was it?
It started in like 6 weeks before the Olympia, 6-7 weeks. You know, but like 6 weeks, I really started feeling pain. I had no connection anymore with my leg, like, you know, my muscle connection.
Yeah.
My nerves were like dead. They were like shut out from my legs, you know. So it's like I could move my leg, but I couldn't feel nothing. I could like pinch in my leg, you know, even like hit myself with a needle, and I still wouldn't feel it, you know. So it was like, yeah, it was numb, you know. And then I went to like a physio. They have like needle practice, you know, and he put a needle to create shocks. So they will put a needle in your muscle exactly at the place to create shocks to make the nerve relax, you know. So that's what I did for the last 3-4 weeks before I went to the Olympia, and it helped me a lot, you know, really helped me a lot. But I was still in pain, constantly in pain, you know. And he even advised me with my posing to do most posing standing. I could, yeah, I couldn't. Yeah, so
this is just the last Olympia, the one that was last October?
No, it was the 2019 with Brandon.
Okay,
when Brandon won the Olympia. Yeah, yeah.
Wow. And you still got second place.
Yeah, that's to my surprise. Yeah, yeah.
Wow, that tells you. You know,
because my leg, I was losing size. I couldn't train my back like I used to. I was scared, like that I would fuck it up even more. You know, so I just put a step back, and my legs, I couldn't do nothing about it. I could only train my legs like separately. You know, like with the left leg, I couldn't even, like for instance, leg extension, I couldn't carry more than 20 kg, which is a joke. Yeah, which is a joke. With the other leg, I was hitting like 60 to 65 kg, you know, but I couldn't do that because otherwise you would see the big difference as well, you know. So yeah, I was so frustrated, man. And I thought my career was over, you know. And eventually, like my training partner, he helped me each time, to try to make the connection with my leg so I could get it up like a little bit, and then he will help me up the rest, you know. So that's how I kept training. And every time, even leg presses, I did the leg presses, I could do like maybe 2 plates, squat, everything like 2 plates, but it was most of my right leg was like carrying the most weight. So after the workout, and like a day after, I will feel all the pain in my right leg, and my left leg is like he has done nothing, you know. So I had to switch. So the next time that I went to the gym, I had to switch and focus more on the left leg. That I would use more of the left leg than the right leg. So I was doing a lot of unilateral exercises, like for one leg, So and that really helped me. Yeah, that really helped me.
Yeah, I mean the legs look like they're equal now. I couldn't tell you which one. 3 years ago, I could see, it's the right leg. The right leg doesn't. And you were trying to turn it, you did your best.
The left leg was fucked up. The left leg was fucked up. But now, to be honest with you, the left leg is stronger than the right leg now. Yeah, it's stronger than the right leg now. So, yeah, that's how you see it. If you don't give up, and you just keep pushing, believe in yourself, and if you have a good training partner and good people around you, you can get through everything, So, yeah, and this is the proof of it. Yeah.
So I'm just curious, what is your stage weight? Because you haven't weighed in since you were 212. That was a long time ago. Yeah. What do you weigh on stage at your best?
My best, I think, at the 219, I think I was around 102 kg.
So about
much is that in
1, 2. I gotta do some math. 110 kg?
102. So 102 kg. So I think it's about 225, between 225 and 28.
Okay.
Yeah. It was like, then that was I was seeing, but I lost a lot of muscle. And like last 2 years, I was like 103, 104 kg. That's like 2 kgs extra. Okay. But it didn't look good as well.
Yeah. Well, that's why I said at your best. I'm just curious, all that you've done so many shows. Do you have one show where you look at the pictures of the video and go, wow, I really nailed it right there at that show?
If I look back, I think the 219 is just the size. I was just missing the size.
Okay.
With my 219, I was just missing the size. I think it was like I just over diet too much. Yeah. Okay.
So we're coming up on the Arnold Classic again, of course. Brandon's obviously the favorite because he was second at the Olympia. But like I said, you're not that far off. You've come very close, and you have beaten him in the past, haven't you?
Yeah,
I
definitely.
mean, everybody in the Olympia today, you've beaten at some point, right?
Since 2014, 15.
Yeah.
At the Diana Cado Classic in, where was it? Miami, I think.
Florida,
I won that.
Somewhere in Florida. Yeah.
It was 2014. Yeah.
So let me ask you this, because everyone's saying, oh, Brandon's going to win. Brandon's going to win. There's two ways you could look at it as being William Bonac, saying, how dare they say that he's going to win? Because I'm planning to win too. Or you could say, well, that's good because no one's expecting me. So if I go ahead and beat this guy, everyone's going to have to be like, oh my God.
Yeah,
it's going to be the shocking story of the season.
Like, listen, I have no grudge against anybody. I wish everyone the best. I wish that we all could eat from the same plate, if possible. Like, I wish everyone the best. And, and even for the younger guys, that are coming in, I wish them all the best. I appreciate everyone. I respect all of them. It's just sometimes I feel like that the old generation, that like, we had to work so hard. We had to pay our dues. We had to do 6 to 9 shows a year, straight 3 4 years before we got at the top, and I see now it's getting too easy for athletes to get to the top. In 2 years, 1 year, athlete can get to the top. And like 4 years ago, we had a struggle, you understand, to get to your position, so, but aside from that, with Brandon, like people thinking that about Brandon, I would have think the same way because like he's the runner-up of the world. He's the second, not one time, 2 times, you understand, runner-up of the world. So it's logic that people gonna choose him as a favorite, and I understand it and I appreciate it as well. It's just, it motivates me even more because like if he lose there, this is gonna play in his mind. Like, shit, why did I do this show? Because now I lose my momentum, going to the Olympia. You understand? So he has to win this show. Whatever he does, he has to do everything, to win this show. You understand? For him, you understand? For his mind of, I have nothing to lose. I've lost everything already. You understand? I've lost everything already, so I have nothing to lose. You understand? I'm coming there, and I'm coming, with my all-time best. I'm working with Chet Nichols now as well because I felt like I needed a coach. I was working with some people behind closed doors that had more experience in this stuff, and they helped me a lot, with my blood check, with everything, because I was always careful and scared, and I was always holding myself back. And I'm 39 years old now, I'm almost 40. And I know I still can take like another 5 more years that I can be at the top, because I haven't reached my peak yet. And people think I've reached my peak, but I haven't yet. I haven't, no, seriously, I haven't yet. It's gonna start,
Wow.
So yeah, this is just, like in the 5-6 weeks that I'm working with Chet, it's been crazy, man. Like I see my physique changing and my weight is still up high, and we don't even check the weight, but I do check it, at times, but he doesn't even mind or concerns about the weight. It's just about my physique, and the way this is going, the stuff that I learned from him in these few short weeks, it's amazing, man. And I see my body changing day by day, so, and it helps me a lot because I don't have the stress anymore. How do I look? What do I have to do? You understand? So, he can take that stress up on him and, and I can just focus on the show and just, do what I've been told and just get there and do our job and execute it, So that's the plan.
Because you haven't really had a coach for almost 2 years now, right?
Yeah, I had some people, friends like Abdullah helped me last year, and we were like, okay, let's try it for this prep, you understand? Because I even told him, bro, you are prepping Brendan. I don't want to come between you guys. He said, yeah, but, before he doesn't mind, Brendan likes you, this and that. I said, I understand, but I don't like that, that, like, it's like I'm coming between you guys, you understand? And I don't want that, He said, no, Brendan likes you, blah, blah, blah. So I was like, okay, let's give it one try. And we gave it a try, and it didn't plan out, and so, yes, he went his way, but we're still good with each other. He went his way, I went my way, so, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you don't seem to be like the type that's like, I don't want you working with anybody else, or
nah. Yeah, I heard the stories going around, bro. Listen, I'm like the kind of person that even brought Big Ramy to Neil.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm the kind of person that would tell like Brendan, hey, bro, you need to get your shit together. Like it was like at the Diana Cadot Classic. Yeah. You need to get your shit together, because when I was coming to this show, I was expecting you, to be next to me as the last man standing. You understand? And he didn't even end up in the top 3, So, and then I told him, like, man, get to Neil. You understand? He's helping me out, and I didn't know that he was with Neil before that. So. And he told me his experience with me. Like, okay, and then later on, I said, it doesn't matter what you do, but find someone that can help you. You understand? Because you got potential. And he had it a long time ago. You understand? Since 2008, I wasn't even a pro yet. You understand what I mean? So right. he wasted a lot of time, and now, thank God, he's catching up, So, and that's why, like I said, I'm really happy for Brendan. I know he got a big family. He got a lot of mouth to feed. And I appreciate also the way he presents himself, but on stage is war, and I just dearly, hope that we will be fair judge, and not just because he's a runner-up, on paper. Yeah. You understand? I just hope that we're gonna get a fair judge, and not just me and Brandon, but everybody.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I think so. It's only 9 guys. It shouldn't be that hard, Yeah, so you have 2 or 3 kids. Is it 2?
I have 3 kids. I have one son from my previous marriage, and I have he's 12 years old, Joshua, and I have a daughter. She's 3.5. She will be 4 in May, Abigail, and I have another son. He's 2 years old. He will be years old in September, and his name is Noah.
Yeah, because I follow you on Instagram, and I see you posting pictures, and the family's still around. I know a lot of guys, when they're this close to a show, they don't even want to see anybody, not their wife, their kids. They're like, rah! But you're sitting there laughing and joking with your kids. And
like you saying this now, give me goosebumps. Just what you just say. This is the reason why I chose Chet. This is the same reason why I chose Chet, because I saw an interview with Chet that he left the bodybuilding. Understand? Because he just disappeared as a coach, and he was on a podcast with Dennis, and he said, like, because he didn't want to miss any birthdays of his children. Hey, bro, we brought them to the world. You understand? We have responsibility to take. No matter if you are a bodybuilder, I don't care. It's a selfish sport. I don't care. You have a responsibility to take. Understand? So you can't neglect these kids. They didn't choose for it. You chose for the sport. It's your sport. It's the same thing that I can force my family to eat the diet food. I tell my wife, I get angry at my wife when she comes home, or when I come home and she didn't cook for the kids, and she gives them the leftovers, like my chicken and my diet food, to the kids. I will get angry. Or even if she eats it, I will get angry. I say, listen, the whole freezer is filled with meat, everything what you can find. Because when we do grocery, we do like a big grocery, we fill everything up. I say, you can have everything what you have. You can cook everything you want. Why are you going to eat this dry food that I have to eat? I don't want that. I want you guys to eat proper. This is my thing, And now she does that, I really get angry when she doesn't cook for the kids, and she just make, so now she understands. So she just make like, normal food, and I can handle it. I don't mind. I can even go to the McDonald's with my kids. They will eat McDonald's. I will sit there and eat my rice chicken. As long as they're having fun, they need to enjoy. They don't have to have that stress like, oh, my dad is on diet. Now we have to be careful. We have to walk on eggs. Like for instance, I respect those people, that, leave the family and go to places to prep. I couldn't do that. I tried it. I went to Saudi. I was supposed to stay there for 6 weeks. Bro, after 2 weeks, I was crying. I told the guy, bro, I need to go home. It took them another week to get everything arranged. You know, we had a contract. I told, man, keep your money. I want to go home, you know, and I just left. I stayed there 3 weeks and I went home, you know, because I need my family. I need my kids around me because they are my motivation. You know, that's my drive. For them, it's what I do this for. You understand? So that's my drive. And like Chet said, I don't want to miss any birthday of them anymore, you know, so I don't want to miss nothing. Like, when I get up in the morning, like 8 o'clock, you know, my wife goes to job, she makes the kids ready, and I bring them to the daycare. And then from the daycare, there's a gym close nearby. I will do my cardio over there because they got the Stairmasters, you know, so I will do like there like 3 times in a week. The other days I will do it home because I got the treadmill at home, you know. So like, and then I will pick them up in the evening when like around 5:30, I will go and pick them up, bring them home. As soon as they come home, the mom will come home. She will eat with them, you know, play with them a little bit, 2 hours. They will go upstairs. The mom will wash them. You know, they will come. I will hug them goodbye. They will go and sleep. You know, that's how it's supposed to be. You know, so they have like a perfect life. They don't see what we go through, what me and their mom go through. You know, fixing food. You know, all the stuff that comes along with bodybuilding. We don't want them to be, you know, stressful with that. That's our problem. You understand? We got to take care for them. You know, and do fun things for them. Do fun things.
The way you put that is, it's because, you know, a lot of guys do go over to Kuwait to prep, and they're supposed to have an advantage because there's no distractions, there's no wife, there's no kids, there's no job. It's wake up, eat your food, go to the gym, go to sleep, eat, sleep, train, repeat.
I understand it, but we chose for the sport, you know. So if you want to do that, then don't get married, don't get kids. Listen, because that's my opinion. Like I respect because I did it myself. And every day I was on the phone FaceTiming. And you know how difficult it is in those Arabic countries? You cannot FaceTime.
Really?
You have to have, no, you cannot. That's why I couldn't have the interview with you when I was there in Abu Dhabi, because you have to have a sort kind of code. You have an app, like a VPN. You know, that's like some kind of secretly app. You have to do it. And then with that, if you have it as well, then we can talk. Or they have another one, bottom. Bottom. So if you have that, then we can talk like now. If you don't have it, I cannot connect with you.
Wow.
Yeah, bro. Cannot connect. Yeah. Just WhatsApp. Just WhatsApp.
That's Saudi Arabia?
That's all the Arabic countries. That's even in Abu Dhabi. Even in Abu Dhabi as well.
Wow, interesting. Well, man, you've been very, very generous with your time. I know you got a lot to take care of. You're gonna be leaving in a couple of days, and you're traveling. Not just you. Sounds like you got the whole family coming to Ohio, right?
Oh no, this year, bro. I spent so much money last year, you know.
A lot of flights.
So this time, my wife, she got her job now, you know. So she lost her job last time, you know, because we were like a few days late. Yes. I made a loss of job as well, just because of my sport. You understand?
Wow.
So I told her like, nah, it's not gonna happen anymore. So she's just gonna continue her job. My mom is gonna help with the kids. I will come with my training partner Kendrick, and my coach Chet will come as well. And then it's just 3 of us. We come to work, you know, do our thing, and then get back home to our families.
So are they going to stay up late? Because you are 6 hours ahead of Ohio time. It's a pay-per-view. Are they going to stay up and watch you late night of the show?
Well, my wife probably will.
I don't think you want to put the kids through that. They can watch the replay.
They will be sleeping.
Cool. As they should be. Well, man, William, I'm definitely looking forward to it. You're one of the favorites for the show. A lot of people have you in second place, and who knows, you know, I've seen strange things happen over the years. So if anybody says there's no way William can beat Brandon, I said, I've seen people beaten that weren't supposed to be beaten. So anything can happen in bodybuilding. It depends on who shows up, what you look like that day, how the judges move you around. Anything can happen. So
I've nothing to lose.
Yeah, exactly. You're in a great spot.
You know, so yeah.
Cool. Well, you're looking fantastic on your Instagram and everything. So I wish you the very best of luck. Looking forward to seeing you on stage again. It's at your best. And I'm glad to hear Chad Nichols. Chad's a very, very good coach. I think he's going to bring you in very nice. To the show.
Yeah, definitely.
So I will see you in a few days. Appreciate you doing this. Yeah, we'll be there. We'll be there. So guys, please subscribe to the channel, hit the likes, do all that good stuff for us, the notification button, and follow along actually when this airs, it'll be next week, Arnold Classic. You can go to arnoldsportsfestival.com for all the info on the pay-per-view, and on musculardevelopment.com. We'll be doing play-by-play all weekend. You can see this guy on stage.
Guys, okay, cool. So my fans knows that as well, because people were asking me, can we see it live? So now they know.
There's a pay-per-view. Yeah, the Arnold Classic. The Arnold Sports Festival is doing a pay-per-view, and we'll be doing our coverage. I'm going to be uploading pictures live so people can see it on musculardevelopment.com. So cool. Have a very safe travels. Hope the last week of prep goes perfectly for you, William. And can't wait to see you again.
And I want to say thank you as well, for sending me over message when I was stuck in Abu Dhabi. Like, you were like one of the 20 person that I only answer to, because I was so stressful, but I felt obliged to reply back to you, so really appreciate your concern, and thank you for having me at your show as well. And I hope to see you.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much. All right, guys. Thanks for watching Ronline Report with the Conqueror, William Bonac. We'll see you next time.
Peace.